Hey there, and welcome to Feature Shelf, a series that provides book recommendations based on theme or title suggestions. This week's shelf was requested by Vesper on YouTube. I am the supplier, and this is Feature Shelf number 19, the LOL edition. So on our shelf this week are some books that I found absolutely hilarious. The first book on our shelf is probably the funniest book that I read in 2012, which is kind of like a film noir meets spy novel meets one of those high school comedy movies from the 90s, and is You Killed Wesley Payne. So Dalton Rev has transferred to Salt River High because he was hired to solve the murder of Wesley Payne, who was billed as the student body president and all-around nice guy. There are clique wars, school officials on the take, and a character that kind of reminds me of Foxy Brown from 70s movies. I'm going to link to the trailer in the description, so perhaps you'll get a better idea of the tone of the novel, but trust me, it's hilarious. Second on the shelf this week is Beauty Queens by Libba Bray. Beauty Queens is Lord of the Flies meets beauty pageants meets reality television. A group of beauty queens on their way to their next pageant are stranded on a seemingly deserted island and have to figure out how to survive. Honestly, the prospect of beauty queens, how we typically think of them, and a deserted island is hilarious all by itself. Third on the shelf is my standby book when any of my students ask for something funny. And I know I've talked about it before, but I would be remiss if I didn't include it in this shelf, and it is The Absolutely True Diary of a Part-Time Indian. Now, this is the story of Arnold Spirit Jr., a Spokane Indian from, well, Pinnett, Washington, who decides he wants to attend the all-white school in Reardon instead of the school on the reservation. In Part-Time Indian, Alexi examines the stereotypes we generally associate with the American Indian, and does so in an amusing way. If you have an opportunity to listen to the audio for this one, do so. The subtleties of the reading make the novel even funnier. Next on the shelf is Will Grayson by David Levithan and John Green. Set in Chicago, Will Grayson follows two boys with the same name and Tiny Cooper, who isn't really so tiny, as they try to figure out life, find love, and listen to some awesome music. Like with Part-Time Indian, the book itself is amusing, but it's so much more amusing if you listen to the audio. Last on the shelf this week is Hold Me Closer, Necromancer by Lish McBride. Sam's dropped out of school and works in a fast food restaurant. His life is as dull as it gets, until this guy, Douglas, comes in and tells Sam that he's a necromancer, and then proceeds to try to kill him to steal his powers. Sherman Alexie, who is the author of Part-Time Indian, said that Hold Me Closer, Necromancer is either a scary funny book or a funny scary book. Either way, I think it's a good place to end our shelf this week. I hope that you found something that piques your interest. If not, or if you'd like to request your very own feature shelf, you can do so by leaving me a comment here on YouTube, or on Facebook, Twitter, or Google+, or if you're not a social networker, then on the contact page at thebooksupplier.com. Thanks for watching Feature Shelf 19, the LOL edition. I am the supplier wishing you happy reading. Don't forget to be awesome.